Hey everybody, how you doing? I decided to do something a little different now as I'm heading up to this GDEX show and everything, and I wanted to kind of give you guys a glimpse. We're 3 days away from this thing, and I wanted to kind of give you guys a glimpse of, uh, you know, what it's like these next 3 days. Because for me, it's very there's a lot of anxiety here, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm nervous about the show because anytime you have something that you're presenting, you wonder how it's going to be received, if everything's going to go right, and all that stuff. So I'm going to try to give you guys a glimpse into what it's going to be like for me leading up to the show, as well as when we get to the show and everything. So I'm going to put out some videos over the next few days, and then also what I'm going to try to do too is if I have some time, I'm going to get out there on the show floor and get some footage for you and talk to some other indie devs out there to kind of give you guys a glimpse into how what we go through to develop games and everything, and to let you know our challenges. And a lot of us are facing the same kind of challenges and everything. So I wanted to kind of do this. I thought this would be good to kind of chronicle these next 3 days leading up to the show and everything. And we're really just excited and nervous at the same time, but I guess that's good, to be nervous about something, that you've worked on for over a year, and then you had some setbacks, and then, the first demo didn't go all that well because it was just not done all that well, to be quite honest with you. But now, when we finally get the handle on things, and you finally have some direction going, you want to know how well it's received. I know this is a good product, but it's my baby. And, when other people look at your baby, they might think it's ugly, and some may think that it's pretty, and, some may say, whatever. But that's good. I mean, because at least we're in the game. At least we're not sitting up here saying, we got all these screenshots and all this stuff, and then, there's no game out there. And there's a lot of people, there's some people out there that's doing that stuff. And I've been very upfront with the community through this whole process. I've told you guys what we're doing and how we're doing things and everything, and some of it you like, some of it you don't. But this is how a game is developed. It's not something that you just do overnight, throw out a bunch of screenshots and put up a bunch of hype, and then you have a game. It's not like that. I mean, it takes effort, it takes money, it takes time, it takes just stick-to-itiveness to stick with the process and everything. So there's a lot of stuff involved. So I wanted to kind of chronicle this over the next few days and give you guys an idea of what I go through, and what we're going to be experiencing, so you get the whole full experience of how this game is actually being born. And I think that's I thought it would be a good idea to do that. I just want to get you guys' thoughts on that. But as far as if this is a good idea or not, if you want to see this kind of stuff, if you don't, but even if you don't, I'm going to do it anyway, because I think that it's something that I want to have in my journal, as far as just what I've gone through to put out this game, and what I've gone through to actually just try to get this thing to work, and because this is a process, man. I mean, it's a process, and there's a lot of disappointments with this stuff, man. I mean, when you try to do it the right way and do things the way you try to get the product that you envision, it's not a matter of just saying, hey, I got this idea. Will everybody just give me $1 million or whatever to help this idea along? I mean, I think, people that do that, it's almost like a lazy approach. It's like, you want other people to invest in your dream, but you haven't put forth the effort and time and money to justify them doing that. So I know I've done that, and I know that this game is going to be, once I get it the way I want it to, I know everybody's going to love it. I mean, I love it already, and it's not really right where I want it. But I know that once we get the first iteration out and we start doing the things that I have outlined, because I have a whole plan outlined for this thing, and once we start doing that, the game is going to be sweet, man. I mean, it's going to be sweet. We just have to, like I said, get the gameplay together and everything. And once the gameplay and we actually are on the road to getting something solid. And so I'm just hoping that this show just goes great for all of us, you know, not just for me, but for sim football in general, because there's a lot of people out there that have doubted this whole project ever since it started. I mean, even back to the smoothie videos and stuff like that. A lot of jokes and everything, and I'm just really ready to shut a lot of people's mouths, and just the fact that we've done this and got it this far, I think we've shut a lot of people's mouths to a degree. But then you still have these people out there that are trolls, and they don't understand the development process and everything. And so I wanted to give you guys kind of like an outline and a overview as I'm chronicling these next few days of what it's like, and the anxiety and the good and the bad and the ugly. Like I've said before, I've always said that I want to put out the good, the bad, and the ugly. And sometimes some people don't want to see the ugly. They're like, well, this game is going to be crap and it's not going to look good and this and that and the other. But this is all a part of the process, man. I mean, this is exactly why we do what we do. And, I'm committed to this. I'm going to see it through regardless of what happens at the show. I'm committed to seeing this thing through. Like I said, I've invested my own time and money in this thing, and I'm not going to just let this die because of a couple of setbacks here and there. I mean, because I've had many throughout this whole process. I've had like just a ton of setbacks and everything. So I could have stopped this thing a long time ago, but I didn't, and I'm not going to stop it now. I'm too far in. I guess I'm just too far vested to kind of just stop and quit. I'm not a quitter anyway, but I'm too far in to just say the hell with it. Let's just stop and not do anything, because this is my dream and my love, and I want to make more games. And for me to do that, this game has got to be successful and everything. So I'm going to chronicle this over the next few days. We're 3 days away from the GDEX show, and I just want you guys to know that I'm working and doing everything I can to bring you guys the game that you want. So stay tuned. We'll release some more stuff. I'll report some things at the show and everything, and I look forward to not only a great show, but I look forward to just having this game being visible. And we're going to also release the official name of the game and everything like that too at the show. So I'm really looking forward to that too. So you guys take it easy, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.